Hi. It's Kim. You're loved. You see, there once was a moment in the year 2000, around December, around the time of the Christmas time, or any other reason or holiday you might or might not want to celebrate. Around that winter time, the end of year, I came upon a local PC part component web seller, retailer, e-tailer as they call it, I think. And they happened to have a bundle of quite good value, whereupon I got some components, a processor, a motherboard, some random access memory, one M.2 SSD. Was that it? Accompanied by Christmas cashback by MSI, whereupon I got €90 back from buying it, as well as a bundle from Intel with a lot of different software. I accompanied it with CPU air cooler, a very known one, a very big one, more M.2 SSD, and a few others, but we'll see them here. Now I should probably put a disclaimer, this is not a tutorial per se on how to build a computer. There are many tutorials that you can watch that are much more knowledgeable than I. But our attempt here is to build a computer indeed. Let's see, have this set up nicely. Here we are, my hands. Here we have the smallest and most expensive part, i9-10850k. It's a very good processor, and I can use it for a long time, which is part of why I got it, because now I should be future-proof you can be for quite some time. Also, I'm removing these so that I don't build up all the electricity I don't want. To cool it, we have the massive NH-D15, which is, according to my research, one of the more capable air coolers. Of course, some AIOs will be better, but this is one of the best air coolers, and it's a massive one. One M.2 SSD that came with the bundle, which is an Intel 665P series SSD, a terabyte. This will be my game / video / everything else drive. I also got on sale this 500 gig Kingston A2000, which will be my OS drive. Excuse me. This is a bad sign. Also came with the bundle HyperX Fury DDR4. This is 2 sticks of 16 gigabyte 3200 RAM, which, if you do the Intel based XMP overclocking, you're void of your processor warranty, which is very interesting. The motherboard that came with the bundle is the Z490 gaming carbon Wi-Fi, which seems to have quite nice abilities for future proofing. Again, proofing in quotation mark. Pre-installed I/O shields and everything, pretty nice to build. Fractal design Ion plus 860p, 80 plus platinum rated, fully modular PSU. Should be able to handle, if I'm ever able to get my hands on one of the RTX 30 series cards, should be able to handle that. Since I don't have my hands on one of those yet, I have my old GTX 970, which is okay for now, but I'm hoping to upgrade it in the future, either by one of the RTX cards or then by something AMD. Depends how much Nvidia hates their customers by then. My case, this is not it, this is accessories, but it's the Phanteks P500A. Black version, no RGB. I did research quite a bit on what to get, and first I landed on the Fractal design Define 7, which is a quiet case with sound dampening material all around. And the thing about that is, yes, it's nice to have quietness, but also it's nice if your system doesn't explode. So this is an airflow centered case. It fits all 140mm fans on the front, the back, and the top. The case comes with one fan in the front as intake and one fan in the back as exhaust. So I did get a Noctua NF-A14 PWM, and then my father had some old fans, Noctuas lying around. They're 120 sized, but I think I'll put one of them as intake and one of them as exhaust, top exhaust. So then I'll have two 140mm fans as intake in the front, plus one 120mm, and then one 140mm fan in the back as exhaust, and then an additional 120mm exhaust on the top, back of top, back top. And if I someday get to upgrade to that RTX 30 series, then I might have three 140mm as intake, and then two 140mm exist as exhaust. I also have a screwdriver. Actually, instead of having a Swiss Army knife that hopefully has a screwdriver, I have an actual screwdriver. I also have a smaller one for the M.2 screws, which are tiny. Then I have a few zip ties, but I also have these handy dandy Velcro straps, and these which come with every mouse and keyboard, so maybe they'll be of use as well. It's like 30 degrees, minus 30 degrees Celsius outside. It's very much freezing and the air is super dry, so I do have a anti-static wrist strap that hopefully helps me not to kill all the components. I also removed the carpets from here and don't have a lot of clothes on. With how afraid I was about this ESD stuff, I thought I would be doing this naked, but I'm not. And that's a win for you and win for guidelines everywhere. Ooh, I've been stroking this ever since it came, before all the other stuff came. I'll get the manual because I'm a first time builder. Then we have the M.2 screws, SATA cables, I don't need those, I don't need RGB. That's what we're working with now. So this has the I/O shield pre-installed, which is nice. Oh, So Fractal Design sends some additional Velcro straps with their PSU. That's nice. Thank you, Fractal Design. I'm taking the PSU to be an anti-static zapping point for additional measures. I already am grounded with the wrist strap, but in case it doesn't work, I feel safer with having this here. It nice. That nice. So there's a sticker there, okay. There's a sticker there, and there's a sticker there. I'll have to remove those, and there's a sticker there. Here it is, the expensive part, the one part that is so small and so expensive. I suppose the brain of your system, because it's doing all the thinking, thonking. And with that analogy, then the motherboard would be the sort of spine and all the nerve endings and everything, because it takes the message from the brain and around to everywhere. So opening this. Ooh, that looks so many pins. Wonder if I wanna bend some of them. But maybe I don't. So there's the triangle there. And then and yes, I am going to store all these parts, because I think when I go studying somewhere, I want to be able to move everything, and I'll probably take some of the parts off. Well, that wasn't so stressful now, was it? Spoiler alert, it was. But now it's done. Now the deed is done. Then we have, for example, RAM. The tools are on the ground. That's how you lose them. If I remember correctly, it's these two slots that are paired. And we can look it up handy from this dandy handy. So A2 and B2 should be. So yes, A2 and B2. So that's there you go. Those are nice and secure. And we have a sticker from them. How nice of them. So the smaller drive should go to the upper to keep those safe. There you go. Okay, these need to stay out for the whole of the installation process. And there you go. So this will be our OS disk and goes to the top. So this goes here at an angle. Boop. Then it screws down to there. So one of these that don't come in a Ziploc bag and are gonna fall out and disappear. Also, not too tight. That's. I also like to box up everything back into its box after it's been unboxed, so that it's very boxed again. And our second drive, Intel, came with the bundle and couldn't choose it, because apparently Intel's, I think Linus Tech Tips has a video about it, the one they tried didn't have cache. There are a longer boy, so I don't need the standoff there. Let's see about that. Yes. Yes. So yes, I need to remove this standoff. It seems that this one, because it is as long as the heatsink is, will be fastened by inserting the heatsink. Yay! We can do some preparations to install the heatsink and CPU cooler. Noctua has so nice packaging. Wait a minute, if I install this heatsink now, will it block anything else? I don't think it does, so I think I can install this. Peel off the sticker underneath and place this. But the other one I need to install later. Because if I install this, there's a screw hole there where the motherboard screws go, but there isn't one there, so then for Noctua we have the back plate and the mounting bars are here. The back plate goes here this way so that those match up there. There you go. Then we need the spacers from here, which go here and there and there and here. I'll have the fan blowing to the back. These are going on this way, so the curved side outwards and then in the direction of airflow. And then we need the thumb screws. Yeah, if I had the heatsink now, it might block me from placing some of these. Well, there's the CPU fan, so I think I might actually first install the motherboard into the case. Considering the size of this, it might block some, at least ease. We have all of our storage, we have our memory, and the processor, and the mounting for the cooler. Cool. Go have a nap here for a while as I try to get the case in the shop. Huzzah! The Phanteks P500A. So it has just magnetic tempered glass window, which is nice. Normally you have your accessory kit velcroed here, so you get a bit more velcro with that, which is nice. It's super easy to remove this glass door. Obviously opening it like that makes it easy for cleaning, but then you can also just remove it by lifting. So in the accessory kit you have some instructions. You have two bays for 3.5-inch hard drives or whatnot, and you get some other stuff. That's the vertical GPU mount that would go here, and then the GPU would stand vertically there. That's the Velcro strap they provided. There's a few zip ties here and a GPU Sag Bracket. But this works in an interesting way that wasn't very intuitive to me. It goes here when that's open, and then you push it down here, which should then sort of support it. And in the other one, something quite nice. And another bay, but then you also have a box of screws that have been sorted. That's very nice, because then you have all your screws neatly already there without any fuss or hassle. And then this does not come with this. This is my own addition from when I moved this. This is two Noctua NF-S12A FLX fans. I'll put one of them as intake, probably down there, and then one of them as exhaust up there. Here's a nice little way for the GPU power cables. We have all of the standoffs already installed, and that one is a nice tippy one, so that it can leverage your motherboard nicely. You have one fan in the front and one in the back as stock. First time I tried to open this, I kept undoing those. I kept screwing them, but then I realized there are ones that stay on the panel. So that's the back side, which is nice in a few regards. They have a lot of options here for cable management, or if you want to hide something, you know, there's a lot of room for that. That's the top. There you have your power button, reset switch, because this doesn't have RGB controls. The one with RGB has RGB controls, 2 buttons here. Then there's some USB ports and an audio jack. On top there's this filter, dust filter with magnetisms. Magic, I tell you. Then there's 3 spaces for 2.5-inch drives. Should just pop off, so you can screw an SSD or some RGB hub or what have you there. And then there's a bit of cable management all around. So I'll add one fan as intake to the front there. I'll add one 120mm fan as an exhaust up here. Oh, you can see my legs here. Nice. Let's see how we can... You go in there. Go. You go. You go in there. Then you plop. Nice. Now the thing is, apparently this front fan configuration is a bit interesting with this case, because apparently this lip, this lip here in this mesh area is the only thing responsible for not being able to have those fans outside. But I thought, is it possible to fit one 120mm and then 2 140mm fans? There's your 140mm NF-A14 PWM. I removed this pre-installed front fan because I need to change its position, whether I place it outside or inside these bags. Also, this screwdriver does not have a magnetic head, so that's me kicking myself in the ass for the future. It's just not tall enough to fit two 140mm and one 120mm fan. Or is it actually? Wait a minute. There's a tiny lip. It should be probably blowing inwards. Plug all of these in first and then guide you there. I will guide you there. Don't need these anymore. You go in there. You go. You come, you go. You see the world through different eyes each time. But your eyes, notice they start to lose something. Your eyes start to lose their memories of what they're seeing. What they've seen. This it does not look like to me like a very secure connection if they do that. Installing this would help. Oh, you don't even slide, you just drop. Okay, well in that case we're gonna use screws. So installing Noctua fans with their silent mounts for strips like these seems to be a no-no. So that's that done. Whoa, not nice. Now this comes with a pre-installed I/O shield, because then you don't have to worry about that. So that should go there quite nicely. Oh. There you go, and you are all nicely here. That's pretty nice. Then now comes my doom, because it's not a magnetic screwdriver, so I need to be quite careful with these motherboard screws. Yeah. Finger action. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be all of those. Great. And another peeling. There you peel everything off here that I remember. So that carbon, so that there is nothing left on there to melt. So we have fan headers here. We have fan headers 2 there. We have 1 here in the middle of everything, and then that's 1 CPU fan connection. So we need a splitter for that at least. But if we actually Y cable these 2, pretty much straight there, then the tiny little front panel collections, this whole collection of these should be found here, I think. From here, and then HD audio, so you will go all the way down there, I think. And this is where it's nice to have your motherboard guide for all of these little things. USB 3, this should go straight in. Oh yeah, and there's the teeth. These are apparently very easy to bend, so let's not try do that. Well, there you go. That was a fight. So then you should go in this way, right? Yes, that's in. HD audio, missing pin there, missing pin there, so pretty much should be just a case of ease it in. There you go. That's HD audio. Then these little guys. Should be those done with. And then we have the fans to the back. What's in the front? I think it would be beneficial for me now to install the power supply before the cooler, right? Because the cooler might obstruct something. PCIe connector, so that's there. The 24-pin ATX connector. And then the CPU. Feed these through first. Oh, and yeah, Phanteks gives you this mounting system. So we need to first screw in you over here. Fractal Design have this mode where they don't spin the fan at all if it's low enough load and temperature. It all depends, and it's all just preference. That is and then we have all of this mess down here. Go in. There. And the CPU power here. We should first do a bit of this lovely cable management. I mean, that's pretty nice. It's not magic, but it's also pretty nice. So, of course, then there's applying thermal paste. The thing about that is there's opinions upon opinions of how much thermal paste to apply. And the thing is, per Gamer Nexus video, it's hard to apply too much, but obviously I will not do the verge. Is that too much? I would say no. But I'm a first-time builder, so that might be too much. Then I'm instructed to remove the fan from the center. It goes on this way. And then reattach the center fan, hopefully such that it blows outwards. Quite well. Under here. So you should clip there and you should clip there. Same thing on this side with you. Clipping there and clipping there. There-ish. There's a bit of clearance between you and the RAM still, which is all nice. I went with the non-RGB case partly because it's a mess to try and connect them all to the right places. for a first time builder, I would imagine. And partly because I like a clean look, and I don't know, RGB can sort of maybe work against that in my mind at least. Whoa. Don't fall. That's not noise. That's not a noise. That's a noise. Can we try to tie him in a little knot to take a bit of the extra space off. Whoa, 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 don't fall. Thank you. There you go. So then, now there should be but one component left anymore, of which that would be the GPU. GTX 970. So you can place a GPU vertically here, and that's what those are for. Now we're placing it on the first PCIe slot there. I can plop that open, remove these covers, then try and sloppy pop you in there. You can try to tuck you away somewhere. How does the sag bracket work? I'm not quite sure how that's supposed to work. Oh, it's like supposed to slot probably into those, which I'm not as sure as they are that it's doing. Take a look at the beautiful build while I try to fight with this. It does require a bit of fighting, imagination, and good faith to believe that this really does prevent the sagging. That would be a lot of the process, pretty much it. I think we've done it. I think we've made it. Go to try and place back the covers and then see if it actually turns on and if the fans start doing something. Because that's the exciting part. This is the exciting part. Now this is exciting. And here we are, the moments of the scary, of the exciting part, where I shall press the power button. The fans started moving. That's a good sign. All of them. You, and you. Both of those. Nice. There's light. There's some RGB up here and down there. Let's see if you can. Up there. And then down below the graphics card. Down. There. I think it's nice, it's subtle. So now there are just the last few steps that include some sticker peeling for your pleasure from the inside. From the inside of the panel. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. And then the outside. And so there you go. Now we just need to see if it will post. So let's try that. All the fans spin up, that's a good thing. Oh! Yes! We got in. So I won't be enabling the XMP memory overclocking for now because it voids you of Intel processor warranty, even though it's Intel's own system, XMP. But of course they wouldn't know if I didn't tell them I overclocked if anything happened, but I'm not gonna try that, so I'll wait at least until if I'm able to get an RTX or one of the higher end AMD cards before trying overclocking. I think I'll be happy without it for now, compared to the last PC where I had DDR3, was it 1300 megahertz or something like that, so that's already quite a big step up. And the CPU especially, of course, I feel like it will be a lot of help with all of this YouTube and other stuff. I think I'll be able to do quite nice things with it. So, thank you for watching. And let's spread some love today.